Most people think sharks belong in the ocean, saltwater, beaches, reefs, open sea. But there is one shark that regularly breaks that rule, the bull shark. It can move from saltwater into brackish estuaries, then continue into rivers where the water becomes almost completely fresh. And in some parts of the world, bull sharks have been recorded hundreds, or even thousands, of miles inland. Florida Museum notes that bull sharks have been captured about 2,100 miles up the Amazon River and about 1,700 miles up the Mississippi River. So the question is not simply, can bull sharks live in rivers? The answer is yes. The more interesting question is, which rivers around the world have actually had bull sharks in them, and how far inland can they go? Let's start with the river that gives this story its most unbelievable number. The Amazon. Bull sharks have been documented far into the Amazon River system, thousands of miles from the Atlantic Ocean. That means a shark born in coastal water can move upriver through increasingly fresh water and continue deep into the South American interior. Florida Museum reports captures roughly 3,480 kilometers, about 2,100 miles, up the Amazon. Think about that distance. That is not a shark briefly wandering into an estuary. That is an animal penetrating an enormous continental river system. To understand how it can do that, we need to look at what makes the bull shark different. Most sharks are built for saltwater. Their bodies maintain an internal chemical balance that works with the surrounding ocean. Put many marine sharks into fresh water, and that balance begins to fail. Bull sharks are different. Their kidneys and other organs can adjust how they retain and release salts and water, allowing them to tolerate a dramatic change in salinity. That ability is called osmoregulation, and it gives them access to environments most large sharks cannot use. That is why they are found not only along coasts, but also in estuaries, rivers, lagoons, and freshwater systems. Florida Museum describes bull sharks as occurring in both salt and fresh water, and notes that they have been recorded hundreds of miles upriver. Now travel north. The Mississippi River. Yes, bull sharks have been recorded in the Mississippi, and not just near the Gulf of Mexico. Historical records place them extremely far inland. Florida Museum reports that bull sharks have been captured roughly 1,700 miles up the Mississippi River. That number surprises people because most of us imagine sharks entering rivers only near the coast. But a bull shark is capable of following a river system far beyond the tidal zone. The lower Mississippi connects directly with the Gulf of Mexico, creating a natural route inland. Scientists have also detected bull shark DNA in the Alabama River, confirming that the species can enter additional Gulf Coast river systems. NOAA-linked research reported a positive environmental DNA detection from an Alabama River water sample. So in the United States, the story is larger than just the Mississippi. Bull sharks use coastal and estuarine habitats around the Gulf, and young sharks in particular may use low-salinity environments as nursery habitat. NOAA research has documented bull sharks in northern Gulf river systems, including waters from the Mississippi east toward Florida. But perhaps the strangest bull shark story is not in a river. It is in a lake, Lake Nicaragua. For years, people wondered whether the sharks living in Lake Nicaragua were some unique landlocked freshwater shark. They were not. They were bull sharks, and they were capable of moving between the Caribbean Sea and the lake through the San Juan River. That journey is remarkable because it is not simply a calm upriver swim. Florida Museum reports that bull sharks have traversed about 108 miles of rapids in the Rio San Juan to reach Lake Nicaragua from the Caribbean. That tells us something important. Bull sharks do not merely tolerate fresh water. Some populations actively use freshwater systems as part of their movement patterns. Now move south again. Australia. Australia has several river systems where bull sharks are well documented. One example is the Daly River in northern Australia. A Smithsonian photo record documents a bull shark emerging from behind a small waterfall in the Daly River. Clear evidence of just how comfortable these sharks can be in inland freshwater habitat. Bull sharks are also common in Australian estuaries and river systems along warmer northern and eastern coasts. In places such as Queensland and the Northern Territory, their presence in rivers is not considered an extraordinary event. They can use estuaries, creeks, and river channels as feeding and nursery areas. And this creates one of the strange psychological differences between bull sharks and most other large sharks. With a great white, people tend to think about the coastline. With a bull shark, the coastline is only the beginning. Now move west across the Indian Ocean. Africa. Bull sharks occur along tropical and subtropical coasts and are capable of moving into African river systems as well. In southern Africa, bull sharks are historically known as Zambezi sharks because of their association with the Zambezi River system. They can also tolerate highly variable salinity in estuaries. The species is strongly associated with warm coastal water and freshwater access rather than with one specific river. Florida Museum's range description places bull sharks in tropical and subtropical coastal waters worldwide and emphasizes their ability to move into fresh water. Now we get to South Asia. This is where identification becomes tricky. People sometimes hear about sharks in the Ganges and immediately assume they are bull sharks. But there is another species called the Ganges shark, and the two are not the same animal. The Ganges shark belongs to the genus Glyphis. The bull shark is Carcharhinus lucus. Confusing the two can make river shark reports difficult to interpret. Bull sharks have nevertheless been associated with major South Asian freshwater systems. Florida Museum recently reported a 2024 shark bite case in India's Vaitarna River, in which a medium-sized bull shark was identified as the likely species. That is another reminder that bull sharks can move into fresh water where people may not expect to encounter a large shark at all. And then there is Central America. In 2026, researchers published the first confirmed record of a bull shark in Lake Gatun, the freshwater portion of the Panama Canal system. That is especially fascinating because Lake Gatun is an engineered waterway connecting the Atlantic and Pacific sides of Panama. The research describes bull sharks as capable of tolerating freshwater and notes that they are known to move upriver in several parts of Central America. So add another unexpected environment to the list, a freshwater lake forming part of one of the world's busiest shipping routes. At this point, the pattern is becoming clear. Bull sharks are not freshwater sharks in the same sense that a catfish is a freshwater fish. They are marine sharks with an extraordinary ability to move between salinity zones. Most still spend substantial time in coastal and estuarine environments. Florida Museum emphasizes that although they have been recorded far upriver, they are most commonly found in marine and estuarine waters close to shore. That distinction matters. If you hear that bull sharks have been found 1,000 miles inland, that does not mean every stretch of river between the coast and that location is full of sharks. These are unusual movements by an unusually adaptable predator, but the possibility is real. And there is another reason scientists care about freshwater movement. Young bull sharks may gain protection by using rivers and estuaries. Large marine predators that would threaten them may be less common there. Food can also be abundant, so a river can function almost like a nursery. Then, as the sharks mature, they may move back toward coastal waters. This ability to use both worlds gives the bull shark a survival advantage, and it explains its enormous geographic range. Bull sharks occur across warm coastal waters around much of the globe, including the Americas, Africa, Asia, and Australia. But here is the part that makes the story so compelling. Imagine standing beside the Mississippi in the American interior, or the Amazon in Peru, or the San Juan River in Nicaragua, or a tropical river in Australia. There is no surf, no coral reef, no salt smell in the air. You may be hundreds of miles from what you think of as shark habitat. And yet, under the right conditions, the same species of shark that patrols tropical beaches can be swimming beneath that muddy water. That is the bull shark's real superpower. Not aggression, not size, adaptability. Its body can shift from ocean water to river water in a way most sharks cannot. That allows it to cross a biological boundary that stops almost every other large shark. And sometimes it keeps going, hundreds of miles. more than 1,000 miles. In the Amazon, more than 2,000. So where in the world can bull sharks enter freshwater? The confirmed or well-documented list includes major systems connected to the Amazon, Mississippi, Alabama River, San Juan River and Lake Nicaragua, Australian rivers including the Daly, Central American freshwater systems including Lake Gatun, and freshwater rivers in parts of India, along with other tropical river and estuary systems throughout their global range. And that leads to a question worth remembering the next time you stand beside a warm river connected to the sea. How far away from the ocean does a shark have to be before you stop expecting a shark to be there? For the bull shark, the answer may be much farther than you think. End.